Purpose gives you direction. If you've ever felt lost, it's not because you lack talent. If you've ever felt stuck, it's not because you lack opportunity. If you've ever felt confused, it's not because you lack intelligence. It's because you lacked direction, a clear sense of purpose guiding you forward. Purpose acts like a lighthouse, even when the sea is rough, even when the waves get high, even when the night is dark. The lighthouse doesn't remove the storm, but it shows you the way through it. That is what purpose does for your life. It doesn't eliminate challenges, it helps you navigate them. Most people make decisions based on pressure. What will people say? What will others think? What if I fail? What if I disappoint someone? But people with purpose make decisions based on meaning. Does this align with who I want to be? Does this help me move toward the life I want to build? Does this feel right, even if it's difficult? Purpose turns confusion into clarity. It takes the thousands of choices you make every day and filters them through what actually matters. So instead of running in every direction, you begin moving in the right one. Think about a person driving without a destination. No matter how fast they go, no matter how good their car is, no matter how much fuel they have, if they don't know where they're going, their speed is useless. That's how most people live. Busy but not progressing. Active but not advancing. Fast but not focused. Purpose gives your speed direction. It tells you which road to take, which opportunities to accept, which battles are worth fighting, and which ones are simply distractions. And when you know your purpose, something interesting happens. You stop comparing your journey with others. You don't feel jealous of someone else's success because you finally understand. They are running their race, and you are running yours. Purpose frees you from the trap of competition. Because you realize success is not about reaching someone else's finish line, it's about staying true to the path you were born to walk. When purpose becomes your compass, you no longer panic when life slows down. You no longer get frustrated when things take time. You no longer feel lost when others move faster. Because you know your direction. And direction beats speed every time. The people who succeed are not the ones who move the fastest. They're the ones who move with intention. In the journey of life, purpose is not just helpful. It is essential. Without it, you drift. With it, you drive. This is the power of purpose. It turns wandering into walking, confusion into confidence, and movement into momentum. Purpose turns pain into power. There is a moment in every person's life when the world feels heavy. When everything you planned falls apart. When the people you trusted walk away. When the path you believed in suddenly disappears. In those moments, pain feels personal. Failure feels permanent. And quitting feels easier than continuing. But purpose changes everything. Purpose does not remove pain. It gives your pain meaning. It turns your struggles into strength. It transforms your setbacks into stepping stones. Without purpose, challenges break you. With purpose, challenges build you. Think about every great story of a leader, an inventor, an artist, a creator. Their greatness did not come from comfort. It came from the moments they almost gave up, but didn't. Not because they were stronger, not because they were smarter, but because their purpose was bigger than their pain. Pain without purpose is suffering. Pain with purpose is fuel. When you know why you're fighting, you endure more than you ever thought possible. You push a little harder. You hold on a little longer. You rise one more time, even when everything inside you wants to fall. Purpose whispers to you in the dark, "This is not the end. This is the part that will make your story meaningful." People who feel lost usually try to avoid discomfort. But people with purpose understand something different. Every challenge is shaping them. Every struggle is strengthening them. Every failure is preparing them. Purpose turns obstacles into teachers. It turns pain into direction. It turns doubt into discipline. And the most powerful part, the pain you overcome for your purpose becomes the message that inspires others. Your scars become lessons. Your mistakes become guidance. Your journey becomes someone else's hope. Because purpose is never just about you. It's about the people who will find courage because of your story. It's about the lives you will touch without even realizing it. It's about the difference your presence will make long after you're gone. When life hits hard, your purpose is the anchor that keeps you steady. It reminds you, this is not happening to you. This is happening for you. And when you look back, you realize the pain you once feared became the power you now carry. This is the power of purpose. Not to remove the storms, but to teach you how to stand in them. Purpose creates discipline and consistency. People often ask, how do I stay motivated? But motivation is unreliable. It rises, it falls. It disappears when life gets busy. If your life depends on motivation, you will live in cycles. Sometimes you're inspired. Sometimes you're broken. Sometimes you're moving. Sometimes you're stuck. But purpose builds something far more powerful than motivation. Discipline. Discipline is not about forcing yourself. Discipline is about aligning with something meaningful. When your actions serve a deeper purpose, consistency stops feeling like a burden. It becomes a responsibility. Think about it. You don't need motivation to take care of someone you love. You don't need motivation to show up for a friend who depends on you. Why? Because love and responsibility create discipline. Purpose works the same way. When you have a why, showing up becomes natural, not forced. People who lack purpose chase habits. People with purpose build systems. They don't ask, do I feel like doing this today? They ask, does this align with my mission? Purpose turns everyday actions into meaningful steps. Working hard becomes meaningful. Waking up early becomes meaningful. Learning, growing, improving, all become meaningful. Not because they are easy, but because they are necessary for the life you are trying to build. Consistency becomes your character, not your struggle. Look at the most successful people. They are not the smartest or the most talented. They are the most consistent. And the reason they are consistent is simple. Their purpose keeps them accountable. Purpose is the difference between giving up after one bad day and showing up despite 10 bad days. It's the difference between temporary effort and lifelong commitment. And here's something most people don't realize. When your actions are connected to purpose, your brain begins to trust you. It stops resisting. It stops fighting. It stops searching for shortcuts. Because it finally understands the direction you're trying to go. Purpose rewires your mind. It strengthens your habits. It builds your identity. You stop saying, I want to become disciplined, and start saying, this is who I am now. And that shift, that simple shift, changes the entire trajectory of your life. This is the power of purpose. Not just to guide you through the difficult times, but to create the discipline that builds the future you dream of. Purpose shapes a legacy that lives beyond you. There comes a time in life when you realize something powerful. Success is temporary, but impact is permanent. Money fades, titles fade, recognition fades. But the difference you make in the lives of others continues long after you're gone. Purpose is what transforms a lifetime into a legacy. Legacy isn't built from what you achieve. Legacy is built from what you give. It's built from the lives you touch, the people you uplift, the minds you inspire. Most people focus on building a life, but people with purpose focus on building meaning. When your purpose drives you, you stop thinking only about the next month or the next year. You begin thinking about the next generation. Your actions today become someone else's foundation tomorrow. Your journey becomes someone else's map. Your courage becomes someone else's permission to try. Purpose expands your vision. It reminds you that greatness is not measured by how high you climb, but by how many people climb because of you. Think about the leaders we remember. Their influence was not in their success alone. It was in the hope they created, the inspiration they gave, the values they lived by, even when no one was watching. Purpose makes you that kind of person. A person whose presence matters. A person whose words matter. A person whose life becomes a message. And the truth is, you never know who is watching you. You never know who is learning from you. You never know who feels stronger because you kept going. Your purpose becomes a silent teacher for people who will never even know your name. And yet, because of you, they will make better choices, take bolder steps, and believe a little deeper. Purpose is not just about the work you do. It's about the humanity you express. It's about the kindness you give without expecting anything back. It's about the strength you show when life tests you. It's about the values you stand by even when standing is difficult. One day when someone asks, what difference did they make? Your purpose will answer that question for you. Because a life driven by purpose does not end when you take your last breath. Its impact continues in the people who were touched by your courage. Wastathias dauen, wistahu prind. Your actions and your heart. This is the power of purpose. Not just to change your life, but to leave a mark that time cannot erase.